Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Bible. My name is Kelly, and today we're going to be reflecting on the book 61 from the prophet Isaiah. If you haven't already subscribed to the Daily Bible, but would like to receive a passage of scripture in your inbox every morning with an accompanying video, go on over to thevillagenashville.com/dailybible and subscribe. In the book of Isaiah, the prophet is speaking to the Jews returning from exile in Babylon. They find their city in ruin and are disheartened, and they feel abandoned by God. If it wasn't bad enough they had been in exile, now their city is in such a state it's just too much to take. They were having a crisis of faith similar to when their ancestors returned from slavery in Egypt and encountered so many obstacles in their wilderness journey. Here are a few of the verses that really struck me in this book. First couple of verses were, "The Spirit of God, the Master, is on me, because God anointed me. He sent me to preach good news to the poor, heal the heartbroken, announce freedom to all captives, pardon all prisoners. God sent me to announce the year of His grace, a celebration of God's destruction of our enemies, and to comfort all who mourn." And skipping down to verse 7. "Because you got a double dose of trouble and more than your share of contempt, your inheritance in the land will be doubled, and your joy go on forever." And finally, I like especially the way that Isaiah closed the book. My favorite season is spring. I love a garden, and I live on a farm, and it's just I love watching everything come to life. So he ends this book. "For as the earth bursts with spring wildflowers, and as a garden cascades with blossoms, so the Master God brings righteousness into full bloom and puts praise on display before the nations." So Isaiah is sharing God's message of hope. After not only one exile, but now a second, Israel will receive a double share of blessings. The road to rebuild is challenging, but the reward will be great. He compares the renewal to the new growth of spring, and their faithfulness will bring forth a plentiful crop of righteousness and praise. So these passages for me were so welcome. This has been a hard year. It's felt a little like an exile, and I live on a farm, and I love where I live, but my people are my home, and I miss being with my people. But even so, this Advent season, I am experiencing the spirit of Christmas in greater ways than I ever have before. The pace of my life slowed quite a bit this year, and that has been a blessing and has brought more focus on the gift of the Nativity. So as 2020 comes to a close, I am grateful for the hope that is here in the Christmas season and the hope coming in 2021. In the new year, I'm looking forward to a new season that brings forth a vaccine, less isolation, and more fellowship. I am thankful for a God who was present this last year and who will be among us still as we move into 2021. I hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for joining us.